Yes. Them undercover classics there, boy.
Undercover. If that's undercover, you got.
Do you know what? It's not spoken about too much, you know, that one there.
It's because it's on the second album. That's why.
Yeah, for real.
Big boy.
Hey, do you know, on a mad one, yeah? The other day, I flipping heard Windows Shopper, yeah? And I went back in the whip and I played it in the whip, yeah? And on a mad geeky one, yeah? Do you know how sick that tune is mixed down,
bro?
Yeah.
Oh my god, bro! Listen to Windows Shopper with a proper sound system. It's mad, bro.
Bro, the beat's hard.
Yeah.
The beat's
hard. The funniest thing about the video is when they're in the shop, the jeans.
yeah.
The jeans is mad.
Bro, him and Mace, the jeans are jeaning, bro. And the funniest thing about the video is that, like,
it's hard to do that on them, man, because we were
that was a time, but it's like obviously hindsight. But at the time, it did look weird because Mace is only beside Puff, innit? Yeah. And that's when 50 was trying to get him to be down with them, and
he was like his little girlfriend in that video.
Yeah, it's mad awkward still. It's mad awkward. And 50 had the whole.
He buys him like the diamond ring and that.
Yeah.
50 was so disruptive.
I love it, bro.
He was so disruptive. It was perfect, bro.
He needed it, though.
He came through on a mad
bully
disruptive vibe. Yeah.
On a mad
disruptive vibe and executed it so well. He contradicted himself a bunch of times, but we didn't care because it was wavy.
Man said calling Gerald a singing ass nigga, and then
what? Bro, that's all he was doing.
50 was melody, man.
Yeah,
that's all he was doing. But you know what? We didn't care.
Bro, I'm a 50 star, so you're talking to the perfect person.
Do you know what? The music, it was the music and the energy.
Yeah.
It was, and he brought out like G-Unit like almost immediately after. So it was like one thing, and then you got the other thing straight away, and it was like.
Lloyd Banks was my Jenner though.
Yeah.
My guy Ben, Tony Yale was his guy. But
nah, man.
I was like, nah, man. Banks is my.
Banks.
Obviously, 50 was the G, yeah. But Banks.
I know why he would have liked Banks because Banks is the rapper's rapper. And he didn't really care for the attention too much. He just wanted to rap.
Yeah.
So which is why I respect.
And what I liked as well, yeah, at that point was, like, obviously I liked the tunes and that, but I just liked the free, like when a man would just fling on a beat and man would just rap. And Lloyd Banks had that in the bank.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? You see what I did there? He did though. He definitely did, bro.
Yeah, that was a good time, man. Like that mixtape era. Them man would just freestyle over any beat.
Yeah.
Whatever was popular at the time, they took the beat and they spat over it. They gave their own version.
50 because he says it as well and he always repeats it, but he's one of the few artists to be that big and not go twice. He went debut album and then went group project and then went project number 2. Because if you're the label head, you don't care about what Tony is in jail, Young Buck. I want the 50 album next. I don't want group. Do you want the 50 album next?
But you know what as well? I feel like 50, like maybe, I don't know if he was consciously thinking of this year, but 50's always seemed to be, to me, being a man of investments, innit? And so like, yeah, okay, cool. Boom, I've come through out the gate. Yeah. If I bust these man as well, on
That's
top
money,
of that,
yeah.
this is my investment too.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So if I feel like he would have already known, this ain't lasting forever. But the time that I'm quiet, these man can come through and do their thing. That's why when I was reading his book, he was like he seemed like he was a bit disappointed with Lloyd Banks.
He was disappointed.
Because it was like, you know what, you had I'm trying to give you everything, but you're just not on it. You're just lazy.
Yeah.
But one thing that 50 has to also understand is that not everyone thinks the same. Not everyone has the same drive, and not everyone sees success the same. Yeah. Lloyd Banks could have said to himself, I'm successful. I'm good. Like rappers like me. I've got a little money in the bank. You get what I'm saying?
He had a couple M's.
Yeah, he had a couple. I'm alright. I don't want for much.
Yeah, he's
you get
living
what I'm
good.
saying? Yeah, and like there are some people who are like that. Yeah. And you know what? Those type of people sometimes are more happier than the one who ended up busting through 100 mils. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but 50 played obviously the role of a boss, like a CEO would always try and motivate the workers, innit?
Yeah, of course.
As a worker, you're just there to collect the check, innit? You're not gonna have the same kind of drive or ambition that he had. Maybe as the label head of, you know, maybe as the boss of Lloyd Banks, I would want him to do more, because the more successful he is, you're making me even more rich.
Right, but the thing is though, this goes down to sometimes man management, innit? Okay, if I'm the boss, I'm running this ship, innit? Yeah. But there are branches of this ship that mean something to me as well, and they have a certain outlook. How can I get the best out of them through what they want and not what I want? But we can also meet in the middle somewhere, because the thing is, you can't make somebody do something that he doesn't want to do. If he doesn't want to travel around the world and tour, you can't make him do that. But what you can say is, all right, cool. What is it that we can, what does success look like to you, and how can we achieve that? If you feel like you've already got that, I then know, all right, cool. Maybe I can't work with you because your ambitions don't match mine at all. Or if I really fuck with you, all right, cool. If that's what you're doing, I respect that, and that be that, and it's not going to wind me up. That's not going to wind me up.
You let him go though, as in like bit of
go do your own thing.
Yeah, a bit extra backstory. Donny's got Lazy Lloyd tattooed on his arm, so I don't think it is the like the nice creative thing of like, no, this is my version of happiness. I think my man's just lazy, and I don't blame him, because if you start the game and you're going on world tours 50 Cent where you're every country 50,000 people, now when you decide to go out by yourself, it's not that, and you're used to that. Maybe also man realize
everything was done for you.
Come on, it's done for you, bro. Like Tony Ayo sold, he always says all the time, he sold like I think 500,000 from the house, you're on house arrest.
Yeah, but do you know, I
hear what you're saying. You're riding away for Donny's success.
Yeah.
But now, put it this way, so everybody, Rick Ross looks like we look at him like a boss, innit?
Right.
But there was a time period where he had triple C's. He didn't have Meek Mill. Yeah. He didn't have Wale. He didn't have Star. No. He's had about 2 or 3 chances to have MMG as a label, and he's now been successful. Right. 50 never really truly got a chance to be successful with the label in terms of like the artist shooting off and doing them properly, where I'm like, you got 2, 3, 4 albums down the line. Yeah. And it helps me be relevant.
You got a good
when I come back now
though.
And I want to do music and it's a bit quiet for me, I can pull on energy. But
yeah.
I've got G-Unit right now. If they do, the reunion tour is really 50's first 2 albums, their album, a few songs here or there, but it's centered around him.
Yeah.
And if
but the thing is though, going back to the Lloyd Banks thing though, like, I hear the Lazy Lloyd thing and he's got it on it, but maybe that is what people are telling him who he is. Because ultimately, maybe he just doesn't want to do these. It doesn't necessarily make him lazy. Yeah. It's just the way that his makeup is. You get what I'm saying?
No, it's fair. It's fair.
There's other people out there, that like they might be running a company. And they might be running it quite well. They might be the CEO, but to the next man, he might turn around and look at you and say, brother, you are lazy. Because, all right, cool, you're waking up at 8 o'clock in the morning and you're working until 8 o'clock in the morning. But guess what? I'm waking up at 5 in the morning and I'm working until 2 in the morning. Brother, if you want to make this thing work, you're going to have to. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, I don't know. Sometimes I think, for us anyway, is that I just need to know, if I'm running a company, all I need to know is, if you're my guy anyway, like what it is that you're trying to get out of this, I'm going to tell you what it is that I'm going to try and get out of it. If I still want you to be involved, even knowing how your makeup is, I can't be mad when you are giving me who you've always showed me you are.
Yeah.
One thing that I really liked about 50's book though, was when he was talking about the setting example thing. And he was giving that, this is why I was reading the book, by the way. All the motivational shit, I don't really want to hear any of that. I'm going to be honest with you. Bro, sometimes, like, I go to certain books for that, innit? But fuck the motivational shit. I don't want to hear none of that shit for 50. Yeah. I don't want to hear that. But I do want the insight. I want to know, like,
you want to confirm if those things are true. The things
the relationships and like, beefs and all of these type of things from his perspective. And like, one thing that I thought was really interesting, is when he told the story about, I can't remember what he said the name of the rapper was, took him from the hood, whatever, had all these man traveling around with him or whatnot. Then what's happened is the tour manager has now come with a box of jerseys.
I know you're talking about,
He come with a box of jerseys now, And being on tour with artists, I know how this thing goes anyway. If a brand comes with something, everyone has to sit back until the artist comes, The artist comes in, boom, I'm going to take that, whatever you do, if you're with the artist, and the person comes and brings something, don't in your head say, I'm taking that. Don't do that. Wait for the artist to come and take his thing, because you're just going to get upset, So the artist comes, takes their thing. In this case, 50 took what he needed to take, whatever. Now, sometimes it's the DJ next. Boom. That's where sometimes I would come through, boom. You understand what I'm saying? Then the rest of the man, then whatever's there, you can take that or whatnot, But what's happened now is, one of the other dons have gone and dipped his hand in the box, innit? Before 50's even had a slice. Yeah. But that wasn't even the big issue. He's taking it now, but the manager's told him, bro, like, you can't do that. Like, 50 needs to come through and do whatever it is. And he's adamant that he is taking whatever it is that he's taking. Next minute, 50's come, took his bit. Yeah, and then him and the tour manager, that this artist and the tour manager still bickering amongst each other. 50 says in the book, one thing that was really important for him was, if you're gonna go and fight other people, do all of that stuff, but we cannot have no fighting in and amongst the team while we're on road. We can't do that, yeah, because it just makes things super techie in the long run. Anyway, cut a long story short. Now the manager and this artist is still getting into it. The artist then starts punching up the manager.
Yeah, because they're from the hood, isn't it?
50 says, yeah.
Send him home. Yeah, I know.
You're going straight to your yard now.
Yeah, you got to send him
There
home.
wasn't a whole thing of, you know what, second... Because his thing was, if I give you a second... I got 20 man around me. That's 20 second chances.
It's long.
Yeah.
I can't give 20 second chances.
Yeah.
You're out. Yeah? Man went straight back to the hood, ended up getting into a mad passer again, and then got deported, bruv.
Peak.
Yeah.
Downward spiral from there.
Big downward spiral. You understand what I'm saying?
Man was
Was
on
he talking?
tour.
Was he talking
Man was
about
on
Bang
tour.
Snuff during that time period? It might have been.
It wasn't him, though.
What's about Bang? Because Bang went deported.
Nah.
Yeah.
Bro,
Nah, man.
from going on tour.
To being deported. Do you know how mad that is? Hey, fam. Could you imagine, bro?
Yeah.
Like, being deported anyway is a madness. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's a big drama, depending on how long you've been in the country or whatnot, yeah. But being deported after, like, fam, I can't tell you, yeah, being on tour with an artist or just being on tour with somebody who is like even semi-lit is so lit, bro. When you're young and you're just and you're out and you just get to go to shows, you go to clubs and there's gal and there's so much experiences within that. It's so fun.
What's the residuals like? So obviously I know like there's hierarchy. 'Cause when you go dances,
Yeah.
promoter, bouncer sometimes,
Yeah.
DJ. When you're obviously on tour,
Yeah.
they're there for the artist,
Right.
But the artist can't shag everything. So
No, so this is what happens,
cool.
yeah?
Talk to me.
Boom, now. Right, what we're talking about, club PA or concert?
We could all of the above. Let's mix it all together.
All right, boom. You're at the thing now. This is what happens. I love, bro.
I said you're at the thing now.
Nah, this is what happens now. Yeah, obviously you got the date booked, whatever. Show, boom, 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 boom. You go now. You sound check and that. Sometimes the people are outside waiting and that, so you got the vibe of like this is gonna be a
Those
vibe
are the
tonight,
eager
whatever.
beavers. They're ready.
Yeah.
Sound check.
Sound check.
They're already there.
Then boom now. Sometimes you got the rascal, the concert promoters already like lining things up. This is not concert promoter, club promoter. So now I'm talking from the perspective of we're doing a show and then we might be going to the
After
club,
party, yeah.
right? Boom, boom, boom. Cut a long story short. Now you're the artist is performing, whatnot. Sometimes what's happening, if I'm being honest now, the tour manager knows like the pattern. So he might say, you know what, Chucks, I know this is Chucks. Do you understand what I'm saying? Oh, I know this is so and so. Yeah. So like but while like we're on stage or whatever, the tour manager might be already patterning. So by the time we've come off, there's things going on backstage or whatnot.
Right.
But the thing is, when I say things going on, like we've just come off stage, the friends, everyone's hype, whatever, it's a good show, boom, 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 and you notice that there's more people back there, but we're still in amongst ourselves for the moment. Yeah, what we doing? Club night? What? Boom. Yeah, we're doing that. Bring them come in it. So when you bring them come now, you go to the club, and then you're sort of sussing out. All right, cool. We're all here. What is the actual situation tonight?
So what we came with, we might not necessarily leave with.
We might not leave with.
Cool.
But what you might do is, depending on how your relationship with the artist or whatever, you might say to the artist, boom, like, what's tickling the taste bud for you still? You know what I'm saying? Then you might say,
what's on the menu?
Yeah. So you might say, yo, yeah, that one there in that pink skirt there. Do you understand what I'm saying? She's giving man. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I might have said, rah, like, I was kind of, you get what I'm saying? But she's looking at you from whatever. So then it's like tour manager might come, take her.
Yeah.
You can see that their vibes in now, whatever. And they, you know what I mean? So now, like most people know, and I think like most of the girls in that dynamic kind of see, oh, such and such artist is talking to a thing. You still get the one who thinks that she's mad sexy, that she can come and now snatch.
Overstepping.
Yeah. Because you'll see that sometimes. Like, she ain't all that. I know I look.
You get a few hyenas, you know.
Yeah. But and sometimes it works. Sometimes they come through brazen, boom, and then it switches. Yeah, but. You just keep your eye on all of that. After that, then sometimes now it's just a fickle game, innit? They start looking at like, oh, you was on stage too, and boom, 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 and then you just work out, all right, cool, yeah, your vibes. We catch a little joke, and understand what I'm saying? Don't drink too much. Don't drink too much, because that's when it starts to, depending on the type of man that you are, then determines how you move. Right. See, for me, if I now start seeing that like there's a lot of alcohol, there's a lot of drink, like I'm staying away from that. By the way, this is past tense. Like, this is years ago.
Well, disclaimers.
Yeah, this is not now.
I'm provoked, you know.
No.
This is a problematic safe space.
Do you know
on this pod, you fine.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, like
you ain't got to decipher nothing. They get it.
That little twinkle in his eye, he thought about what he was saying.
Yeah,
like, you know what? By the way,
I went back straight to those moments, innit? But yeah, like obviously, and I always say, even to this day, yeah, like when I speak to some of the younger artists and stuff, I was talking to an artist just the other day, super young, he's like having some good success and stuff, and I'm saying to him, bro, trust me, yeah, like 1, this doesn't always last forever. 2, make sure you're saving your P's, and 3, I know that it seems like because you can find yourself in a situation, yeah, where it feels so easy to get these girls, but don't take the piss
that's
out
not real. It's like
don't take because what can happen is now you then start thinking that is just life. You start thinking that you're in this bubble and this is just a reflection of everyday life, and then you go out and you start being disrespectful to women. Do you understand what I'm saying? And like I'll tell you this, yeah. Sometimes I remember one time we did the Trey Songz tour, brother. I've never seen anything like it, bro. These gal were like daddy long legs.
What?
Listen,
you're gonna have to explain that one, Chuck.
Listen, fam. Sound check. They've broken into the venue and hiding in toilets, hiding in different parts.
That's how you catch a case, bruv.
Bro, it's mad, bro. But
Pandemonium.
you can also see that, like, if you are now caught up in your own bubble, and you think that this is just life, you just think when you're seeing a girl hiding in the toilet and you just know that you can just chop. You just thinking, all right, yeah, man, like, come here, man. You get what I'm saying? And it can get really techie like that. Yeah. So you just have to keep perspective and whatnot. But yeah, man, it's like, it's fun. It's all of that is fun. It's mad fun. And it makes me think as well, Jesus Christ, the fun that Tiny Temper and I know these men are like living you know what I mean? They're living a good life. But the fun that these men must have been having when Pass Out dropped. When these men was in Ras Clark, Brazil and that. What? Yeah. Oh my God, bro. They're young and traveling all over the fucking world. Gee, I mean, I'm not saying they did, but I could just imagine.
They did.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Chucks, today. You can't do no disclaimer. That's your last one. No disclaimer. If you say it, you meant it. Whatever you said, I said, and I really mean it.
Touring is fun, man, and I think it's for a lot of the time as well. It is, you do get like some real good fair exchanges in it as well, yeah. And it's like like at the time for me that it happened, that all of that happened, it was the perfect time for me. I think had I been in a relationship around that time, I would have failed. I definitely would have failed. But now, if I was ever traveling around and doing stuff like that, it's like, you know, some of the best parts now, I feel, when you've been doing it for a long time, is actually the part of just chilling. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I remember going, I'll tell you this one actually. I was traveling with Dappy, and this was like a good few years ago, and I always remember like Dappy's brethren was like, this is the first time he's been on tour with him. Yeah,
is that the Donny with the glasses?
Nah. Like he's not pussy. But this guy thought every single night it was gonna be a humongous turn up, and I think also for him, he's thinking there's not bare man. It's just me, him.
So he's done the maths.
There's 3 of us and the tour manager.
40 girls.
Yeah, so it's like that. You know, like sometimes if there's bare man, the reality is, yeah, that there's gonna be a couple man who's not patterning.
Of course,
yeah. He's got his thumb in his mouth for the night.
Mad.
That's that is.
Peak.
He's just there, yeah. Or the brother who's like spent all night chatting to the gal, and then someone else is just kind of
and gone
boom.
No man just saw it's
home
me.
time.
Yeah.
It's home time.
I charted last week.
Yeah, exactly. Man coming to the hotel and that thinking that there's just a room for them. I saw a few of that as well. Man would come to the show.
Where's the bitches?
And bro, they'd think that you're just coming and staying in my room.
No, it's not, bro. Sorry, man.
Brother, no.
I'm preoccupied.
Brother, there could be 2 beds in my room.
It's not happening.
And I could be with nobody, but you're his dog.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. You can't just.
You understand what I'm saying? But anyway, cut a long story short, every night I always remember seeing his face. Yeah, like Newcastle was the first date. Afterwards, we finished now, and then like he's like, "Yeah, what? We're going out tonight? Yeah, we're going out tonight." And then like Dappy's kind of like, "Chuck, what you on?" And I'm like, "Well, whatever you're on, bruv. Like if you're on whatever, I'm on whatever, innit?" Then he's like, "Yeah, I'm on whatever, innit?" And you know when man are doing that, no one's on nothing, motive. Yeah. But there's one guy that's on it. All right, cool. We didn't go out. He's pissed. We go to the next city. Well, we're going out tonight, right? We're going out tonight. We're going out tonight. Yeah, what? That's what are you saying?
Me.
So, boy, what are you on?
No.
I'm like, boy, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna go back to the hotel. Shout at me and let me know what's going on. Man, fall asleep. We all fall asleep, bro. 5th night, the guy's like, "Nah, fuck this. I'm not having it anymore. We're in Manchester, yeah, and we have to go out tonight."
No, I'm on what he's on.
Yeah, so you know what? We went out that night, and it was more for like, I honestly believe that we went out more just for him to try and see if we could make something work.
But you know what? Yeah, he never took any ownership in anything. Nothing. In those 4-5 days.
But can you blame him though? Because if it's he said it's his first time, right? So he's probably been hearing stories of all the mad stories. So he's thinking, yeah, if we come, it's pattern. Not knowing that.
Yeah,
like you're
but
saying,
lead with conviction, innit? What?
This is on.
Are we going out tonight?
Yeah,
come. This is on. Let's go, innit? Let's go.
But I think unfortunately for him, he came at a time where, like Dappy, I'm sure, had travelled so much in his life from young and indulged in that maybe for a long time that he's at a stage now where that's not intriguing. That's not exciting to him anymore.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like sitting back after the show and just chilling and catching a little vibe, maybe playing some cards or whatever, was his excitement and was my excitement, and that was what made for me that tour so good, because it wasn't like, we weren't going to bed.
It wasn't chaos.
Yeah, it wasn't chaos, man. So
those things. Listen, it's not. Yeah, it's not every night's gonna be super lit. Sometimes you need to chill off in it. So
yeah, man.